Hello everyone. In this video, we will have a look at the deployment of charmed SD core using JUJU playbooks. SD core performs operations in a 5G network like authentication, IP assignment, policy management, quality of service, slice management, etc. Charmed SD core automates these operations, making it easy to deploy, upgrade, and observe. Here is a diagram of our deployment topology. So in the topology, we can see that Canonical's metal as a service is used as a bare metal and VM provisioning tool. MaaS is a complete automation of physical servers that are on-premise, and it provides operational efficiency. MaaS treats physical servers like virtual machines or instances in the cloud. We can manage a large number of physical machines by creating a single resource pool out of them through MaaS. Participating machines can then be provisioned automatically and then be used as normal. JUJU is an application modeling tool that allows us to deploy, configure, scale, and operate cloud infrastructures quickly. We can use JUJU from command line or through a GUI. JUJU is the best way to encapsulate all the ops knowledge required to automate the behavior of the application. Once we set up MaaS, then that node should be turned into KVM nodes, which now in turn would be managed by MaaS itself. Once done, MaaS will be able to dynamically provision virtual machines on the nodes. On these virtual machines now, we will be setting up JUJU controllers. For highly available distributed JUJU controllers, it is recommended to be created using a set of KVM virtual machines. Now, moving further, we have one master node and two worker nodes in our Charmed Kubernetes cluster. Serving as an abstraction layer, Charms simplify the deployment and configuration of services, promoting consistency across environments. They include configurable parameters and support relations between different services and can be easily shared via the JUJU charm. So on the edge server, we are now running multiple instances of UPF. So here are the multiple UPFs, and the 5G core is connected to our in-house WAN solution, RF. So let's move over to the deployment part. So first we have to go inside the SD core directory, and from there we will execute the deploy script. And similarly, on the right-hand side, we will check the status of the JUJU controllers. And this also gives us the live status of the pods as the deployment starts taking place. So the deployment bundle is complete, and on the right-hand side, you can see the status of your pods. So the deployment is ready when all the charms are in the active idle state. So you can see all the network functions are now up and running, which means that the charm SD core is working fine. Next, let's have a look at the configurations of different network functions. So first, let's have a look at the configurations. As seen previously, everything is running in the active state and it is healthy. So let's have a look at the configuration of AMF first. You can see the image over here, the DNN, which is set as internet. Similarly, we can have a look at the configuration of SMF. Let's move over to the configuration of UPF now. And again, this has many different values, like the value of the GNB subnet, the DNN again we have set as internet, and the core and access IPs are by default the values that are shown on the screen. So now let's have a look at the logs. So let's have a look at the AMF logs. And since every pod is up and running already, so these are the logs of AMF. The information about network slice, its name, and currently the name is default. You can see the values of variables like SST, SD. We have device group and DNN. Again, we have set as internet. We are using the MC as shown over here. This basically shows that the network slice is created with these PLMN values. So now let's have a look at the logs of SMF. These are the logs of SMF. They also carry information about our network slice. So now let's have a look at the logs of UPF. So in this particularly, we can see that SMF is sending heartbeat request to the UPF and it is responding to it. You can see the IP of SMF over there. So UPF and SMF are functioning well. So again, we can have a look at the logs of the NMS. NMS is basically used for configuring network slices and subscriber information. And we will have a look at this a little bit later. So now the scalability parts. So now let's say we want to run multiple network functions and to scale the one particular network function. So let's say we have to scale UPF. We can use JUJU controllers. So we have this one simple command that scales UPF to 4 instances. One instance is already running, so we expect three more new instances which are to be added. So this takes a while before it actually adds the new instances. So we have the three new instances you can see there on the screen right now. So this scales our UPF to 4 instances. And this is actually how easy scaling is using charmed SD core and JUJU controllers. The workloads are active and they are also healthy. So now let's move over to the dashboard. So this is the Charm HD Core dashboard through which we create subscriber and configure network slices. So this is the information inside the network slice. We have the values of MCC, MNC, and similarly, we can have a look at the subscriber information. This is the MC, and if you remember, this is the same MC we just had a look in the logs of AMF and SMF. So now let's move over to the logs of AMF. Now we will be starting our RAN solution area. Now once area is running, then we can further connect it with our UE. So now you can see that UE will be connected in a while. So the UE now, so the UE is connected and the PDU session has been established. So let's move on to our lab. So this is our lab and this server serves as the infrastructure node running MaaS. Further over here, these are the physical servers it will be managing. So for our deployment, we have one master node and then we have two worker nodes. And now we are also connected to the radio, which is also running. So now let's connect our UE with it. So over here, you can see the UE is connected. So we have successfully deployed Charmed SD Core along with our RAN solution area.